Welcome back, guys. Let's create this business flyer on our Android smartphone using our Pixellab. So we determine the kind of a size we want to use. So take it for instance, I want to use 1280 by 1280. Click OK. So after that, we determine the kind of a color for the background, white. But I have to go to my gallery, bringing this overlay. So go to here, then I will look for overlay which I want to use here. Okay, perfect. So I will bring this one in, then stretch it up very well, then go to relative position it to center to cover this area. Okay, after putting this, then I will go to the color, change the color to black, then go to opacity, reduce the opacity very well so that it will just be showing little at the background. Okay, so it's okay like this. So after that has been done, you lock the whole stuff. Okay, perfect. Now we can start the work. So I will go to this place, then I will go to the text area. So we have Lizzie. Okay, then I will go to the text area. The font type I want to use, let's say I want to use Stretch Pro. So we have Lizzie Empire. Okay, so I have to double this. We still have another one. So if we have three, so which means I will have them separately. Lizzie. So increase the size very well to your text, or I have the whole stuff being changed. Because the Stretch Pro, once you have two alphabets that they are together, you won't be able. So let's say I change it to monument. Okay, so I'll go to the li, use Lizzie. I'll go to other one like the Z, will be the same. Then I will go to the other one. I will change the Y to stretch. Okay, this is perfect. Change the Z to monument. Let me change this to monument first. This is okay. So now I can now remove the 1x. Okay, so I'll position, or better still, I will add x z z to this, then go to the font, change the 2z to stretch. It will give me this, so I'll be able to have this. Okay, perfect. So after having this, I will copy, hide this, then merge the two together. Perfect. Then I will go to stretch, just stretch this a little bit. Okay, perfect. So now I will have to position this here. Now we have Empire, Lizzie Empire. So we have this called Empire. Then I will go to font, use a script font. So let's say I want to use autograph. Then I will look at how it's display. Is it actually worth it? If it doesn't, we need to do a quick tour looking for font that we can use for that. So I have a lot of font here, so I need to scroll down to the last. Then after that, I'll be able to have a nice flow using signature. I will look at that. If it is not okay, I'll use the agnek type. So which means I might be able to change the whole font. Budgety when parts is still okay. Let me look for another one. Not to take much of our time. A reason. So we have a lot of beautiful fonts which you can use. So classy. I guess I want to use this or use Houston, any of the two, but I guess this is okay for me. So is it that I use this font that will give me this accurately? Okay, perfect. So I'm still thinking of another thing. Copy this font. Have what we call a lazy. Go to the text area. I want to see whether I will change the whole font. Then use Agnet type. Agnet type will give me this, which is more okay in my own perspective than other one. So I would prefer using this without much stress. Then I will try if I could be able to bold it. Perfect. Then go to the text area, read the second face. Then I will reduce this to make it manage around this corner. Go to padding, then allow all the text to show properly, both the left and the right. Then reposition this. Now go to the color, have the color being changed, okay, to this. Why? We are going to give this color as well to make it cool. But how do we make the two to show on top of each other? So I'm thinking of going to stroke, and I have a stroke with white stuff, whether I can be able to display. Let's see. So or we allow them separately. Allowing them separately might not be okay. So we give it different color. So you can have this lock. Okay, perfect. So after that has been done, we have to be fast. We'll go to the text area where we have this particular text. Okay, and we can resize this. Let's resize it. So let's make it bigger very well. So once we are able to resize, we will have this bigger a little bit. Just manage here, and you can increase the size, depends. So after you are able to do that, you lock. Then you go to this shape, crop the shape, just as I'm showing you like this. Then position it under this place. Go to the text area, change the color of the text to this, make it more bolder. Okay, perfect. So after you are able to do that, then the next thing we are going to do is to have this particular text being positioned, shape being positioned underneath, reduce the size a bit. Now go to the color, change the color to this, but you can use any of the template here to make it work out. Okay, now we are good to go. I can leave it just like that. Then the next thing we can do after that is to just come in here, position this, reduce the size very well, reduce the size, go to the color, have the color being changed. Okay, let's change the color to yellow. Then we can quickly bring that one here to make it a local. So we go in here and we position that here. Then you go to locking area, you lock it so that your hand will not be touched. So after you are able to do that, we still need to quickly do something. We go to the text area, to the shape area, we crop a shape, position it like that. Then we'll go to the font, to the color, we color everything, then we send it to the back. Now how do we make everything local? We go to the text area, we have this particular text of it, to the shape area. We have this particular shape of a thing, then we are going to increase the size. So increase the size to make it look this. So after increasing the size, so we are going to send this to the back. When you send it to the back, bring it on top of this, then you have this particular shape. Then you are going to lock it so that your hand will not be moved with you. Now the next thing we can do is to quickly go to the text area as well. The font area, opacity 0, then form a line stroke. Let it be somehow bigger. Then you are going to increase very well. That will be on top of this. So when you increase, you will place it here. You can reduce the size a bit to 4. Go to the color, change the color to yellow. Then you have your result like this. After you are able to do that, you will bring in all the elements to make it work out. So take it for instance, I'm bringing this one in. So we position it perfectly to make it work out. So after you are able to position this, you can reduce the size a bit. Okay, we reduce the size a bit. So you have that being positioned here. Okay. Or better still, we look for another one that we can position there. Okay. So take it for instance, we can bring this one in. Then we remove the color. Okay. So when you reduce the color very well, you can bring this one to one side. While you reposition this, we can go to the color, reduce the size. Or better still, we go and use the photo P to remove the color. So we quickly do that. So we are going to quickly do that using photo P. So after you save, you can now go back to the Pixellab, import it just as I did. When you import it very well, cross it like that, and you have it positioned gently under this. So now that you have it positioned gently, you can move with other stuff. Okay, perfect. So increase, I want it to be bold. Okay, perfect. So after you are able to do this, you can lock the whole stuff. I have this one deleted. Then we go back to our gallery, bring this one in so we can have it in square size. So take it for instance, how do we do that? So I'm thinking of bringing this one in here. Then you have your shape being carved out. Go to the color, change the color just as perfect as this. Then you reposition everything just around this corner. So reposition this, it has to be in 4 places. So we do that. We are going to increase the size, position it here as well. Then after that, we are going to copy, position that here too. Okay, then we copy, we position it here. After we're able to do that, we still have another shape being cropped to something like 3, which we are going to place on top of this. So we just need to be copying and placing it. Copy, then place it. Then after you're able to do that, we can now go to texture. Then we'll bring this as a kind of texture. Okay. Then we reposition. So we have an accurate result here. We'll do the same thing to this. Just go to the second test where we have this. So we'll reposition. Let's see. So we have it accurate and perfect. We repeat the same process all through. So you can crop it to make it zoom out. Okay. That is what I'm trying to do, to make it zoom out. Perfect. So we go to the last but not the least one. Then we are going to position this. Perfect. So everything is well placed and properly done. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to go to text area and put a finishing touch to this. So we have a nationwide delivery. Nationwide delivery. So I have planned about the font I'm going to use. So I'm going to use archivo. Archivo medium. So we'll position that here. So you can increase the size a bit and we'll have a position here. So after that has been done, then we can demarcate this with yellow stuff. Okay, demarcate this with yellow stuff. So we'll position that there. Then we go to the font area where we have our services. Our services. Then we'll make sure that that one is somehow bold. So it will be an achievable as well, but will be semi-bold. So because of the heading positioning there, then you can increase the size a bit. Now going to copy. Then we have manufacture of creative design. Manufacture of creative design. So we have that. Then we have, let's just have them in point. So we have the recreation of already damned shoes, comma heels, comma slides. So we have another one, quality workmanship. Quality workmanship. Then affordable prices. So now that we have that, we position this with this. So spaces. Now I'm going to copy the whole stuff and make it look professional. So copy this because they have a tiny write up. Then you position this at the top. Move them closer. Then we have this result. You can correct the grammar for this. Manufactured, recreation, recreation, manufacture. So now that we have that, we go to the font, change the font. So we are going to reduce the size. Okay, so we increase the size, increase. Okay, increase the size a bit. After that, we change it to come here. If it is cool like this, it should be cool. Okay, perfect. So what we need to do is to put a spacing between the points, just as this, to make it more readable. So guess it's cool like this. So we go to the shoe. Shoe should be shifting. Okay, perfect. So now everything seems to be cool. The next thing we need to do, go to the font stuff. The icon. So we look for beta icon. So take it for instance, I don't need to copy, delete, then you crop. So we are going to crop the social media icon. So the WhatsApp should be cropped and have its position around there. So after the WhatsApp, we crop out the Instagram, then have its position here. After that, we are going to copy this. Then I have our number 21234 8116264170. So when you position this, should be under the WhatsApp. So all these font social, all the icons can be reduced to go along with the write up. So guess this is cool. So you can increase the size a bit. So we shift this, reduce it very well. Reduce this very well. Reposition perfectly. Then you copy and have at Lizzie underscore empire. Reduce the size small. Reposition. Okay, perfect. Okay, we are good with everything. So now the next thing we need to do, I want to apply a shadow to the text at the top. So apply a little shadow, follow this prompt, then the offset Y should be increased to something like 5. The opacity should be reduced to 7. Move this one down a bit. So we have this. So you do the same thing to Empire to make it stand out. So we are going to Empire, copy the same thing you give. Radius should be reduced to, let's say, 3. Enable the offset Y to be 4. Okay, it's now obvious. So you are going to crop this. So when you look at it, the white we gave it now obvious and everything stand out, and that is perfect. So this is a trick on how to come out with such amazing design like that. So now put in the slogan, get the best working experience. Get the best working experience. Okay, perfect. You put an hyphen like that. Then reduce the size and have a position here. So change the color. So you have this. You can reduce just this line of a thing. Okay, while we reduce the size. perfect. You can make it utilize to make sure that it's cool. So everything seems to be nice and cool like this. So another thing is I'm thinking this font of a lazy is too big. So you can reduce the size very well. So when you reduce the size, you manage to reposition. Okay. So when you reposition like that, it's cool. So we can now have the empire on top of the laser. Okay, good, perfect. So the two can now be moving up a bit. So when that is done, you can go to the empire can come down a bit. Okay, cool. So this is just a kind of a trick to come up with amazing design like that. So thinking of bringing this. Okay, we are bringing that our service and workmanship. Then we go to this. Okay, this. Then we have the write up nation delivery. So what I'm doing is I want to shift everything here to come down. So just let it come down a bit, which I've achieved that. So I will just go to the one I've imported. So this. So I'm bringing it down. Okay, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. So now we can have our work being saved with Ultra. Thanks for watching, guys. I believe we'll learn something from here. God bless you.